It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talk Flicks podcast. I'm your host, Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. And ladies and gentlemen, this past week, I sat around and I thought about AI again. What is AI? Artificial intelligence. I thought about it once again after sitting with and using this technology for 2-3 years. I'm going to revisit and see, what's going on with this? How do I feel about it? What's happening? I'm ready to get into that. But first, a couple things. I want to give a big shout out to Italy. Got some place in Italy this past week. Gracias, gratitude, todo rabá, and Italy. I've always wanted to go to your land, swim or take the canoe in the river, have some authentic Italian pizza from your land. Visit Tuscany, have some wine from the vineyards. I heard you got great wine, great food. So one of these days I'm gonna do that. So thanks for listening, appreciate it. And additionally, this episode is brought to you by the song called Dirty Soda. Everybody at the EIF family is loving dirty sodas. They're great. This week I had a Pepsi dirty soda. I had a dirty Dr. Pepper. Oh my gosh, they make you these phenomenal drink. We're loving the dirty sodas. We love them so much that Che Casanova and Sun Tzu Cosmic has recorded and released a song called Dirty Soda about the wonderful drink Dirty Soda, bro. So go have a dirty soda, and if you want to hear the track, I'll put it below. Check it out now. Let's get to the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Do you have a 5-year plan? Do you? And you're thinking like, Captain, what does this have to do with AI, bro? You're supposed to be talking about artificial intelligence, AI, and you're asking me if I have a 5-year plan? It makes no sense. Well, I'm going to explain it to you right now. The reason I'm saying that, because when I was younger, I had no 5-year plan. None. I barely had a minute plan, or an hour plan, or a day plan, or a month plan, or a month's plan, or year plan, or year's plans, or decade plan, or any kind of plan you can imagine. No plans at all. And my life reflected that. No plans, my life was in chaos. Yeah, that's it, sure. But I discovered in the chaos, you probably need a plan longer than an hour a day. So I started devising plans. Plans for a day, for a week, for months, for years, just plans. And I would do that by researching and thinking and researching what's the best way to maneuver myself into the future. Today, tomorrow, next week, week after, month, where do I want to be? How am I doing? How am I achieve it? Yeah, I would do this. And I would do that, like I said, by thinking and researching and Googling and reading books and podcasts, all that. And it worked well. It got me where I'm trying to get to. It raised my level of wealth and health and relationships and anything you can think of. It has been improved by doing this. It's not a brag, it's just what happened. By taking the time to research and thinking and planning for the future. And not living in a moment. Living in a moment's cool, and I've done a lot, and I still live a moment from time to time, but you also have to plan. So by doing that, my life has shifted, okay? All right, so what does that have to do with AI? I'm going to get into that. So why I'm talking about AI? Because all the things I just told you, the speed of doing that has increased majorly. By using AI in conjunction with everything else, the speed of how I plan and figure out where to go, what to maneuver, and how to get there faster has improved. Because AI basically has the world's database of information on it. Virtually almost anything you want to know is on there, and you can research it and figure out exactly what things are, what things mean, and you can look on here and basically find out anything you want to know. So if you're trying to achieve something, you don't have the knowledge, go in here and get the knowledge and think about it and apply it and just move faster. And I've done this over and over again, over many disciplines and different problems that came up. I used it and just sped it up. Problems got solved. I was allocating time and resources better when going ahead and researching with AI in conjunction with everything else. Okay, so why am I telling you this? Because I have thought about for the last 3 years, and I've heard all the naysayers about how AI is bad. Because, the data centers take so much water, it's making us, not as, human as we were before, and it's always wrong. This is I hear a lot. I hear a lot that it's always wrong. It's wrong a lot. And I have caught it being wrong occasionally. But this is where you have to go ahead and fact check and double check to make sure things are accurate. And I also feel too, it's how you word the questions and what you say to the thing that makes a difference. Kind of like I said in the prior podcast, like it's a genie. If you ever watch those movies, genies, them, they make a wish and they get the wrong wishes because they didn't word it properly. Language is everything. Think of contracts and lawyer talking. They're very, very specific in how they speak because they're trying to achieve a certain thing, and being very particular and pinpoint with language does make a difference. And when you apply this to this AI, it's the same effect. I had a teacher back in the day who taught me how to write thesis papers. And she said, you have to be very particular with the words and language you use. And I applied to the search engine to help. I applied to AI, it helps. Very, very particular with these words, and it does help you achieve, and it will make a huge difference. Even in the world of billing things and paying for things, I found that language is key. And this aligns with my whole mind today, is that language is everything. Language shapes our reality, shapes our world. It doesn't align with that, and I feel that it applies here. So anyways, after evaluating this for years, and then, balance and then weighing the negatives, for me, it's not been that bad. Right, but I know societal, maybe it is, and I'm not sure. That's not my place to decide that. I just know it's currently a tool that's available, and I'm going to use that tool to make my life better. And I will say this too, I don't think AI is bad or good. It's a tool like anything else. Any other tool throughout history, fire, the wheel, the printing press, firearms, anything that came into existence that made life better or made us stronger or more capable, it's similar to that. It's just a very, very different version of that, a very more sophisticated version, but I think a tool nonetheless. We also talk about in the sci-fi movies how this AI, in the end, enslaves humanity. Is it possible the Matrix, the Terminator, and X-Men, and HAL, and countless other movies that show a dystopian version of AI? Is that possible? 100%. But I'm gonna say this: I've watched Star Trek for many years. I've seen virtually every movie, episode of Star Trek from age, with just the exception of a few. And in those stories, AI is really a problem. There's a few arcs that use where AI is bad, but the majority of the time in Star Trek, AI is a companion to humanity. You'll see Picard on the bridge, or Janeway on the bridge, or countless others on the bridge, talking to the AI, talking to the computer to solve problems. Exactly what I'm doing. This is what I said the last podcast. I use it like they're on the bridge of the Enterprise, solving problems that I encounter in my life. That's what I'm using it for. Now, I know people use it in other forms, in other ways, and it's not my business to say that, but in my life, this is what I'm using it for. It's an effective tool to achieve things I'm trying to achieve. And so, is it bad or good? I don't know. It's not my call to say. Should we stop it? I don't know. But I will say that it has made me a more effective human being and achieving the goals that I'm trying to achieve. So, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to use this. You don't need to use this. But I will say this. If there's a competition or there's a race to achieve certain things and you have to beat someone, which I don't even subscribe to this belief system, I don't believe in all that, but it's out there. And if you're trying to win and you're going against someone with AI versus not, they might just beat you. So the human mind in conjunction with these tools is just a more enhanced version of a human, in my opinion. Now, there's probably some super smart humans that don't need this, but the majority of us are not that. And so why not use this tool to help level us up? I'll tell you this, like there's an article or there's a video from Tom Billy who explains what he's talking about. He was saying that in the span of a few hours, people leveled up their knowledge on the area of expertise that took people years to build. And I just encountered this. I got a crash course in something that I knew nothing about over the weekend, and I know a lot about it in the span of like an hour or two. And it took people years to learn this expertise. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. And a lot of times too, I just research for fun. It's not even just to solve problems. I just research to learn more stuff. I just like finding how things work. I like solving problems. It's fun for me. And so like instead of playing video games or doing other things, I just sit around researching things with AI, trying to find out things, how they work, what's done, learn more things, more words, more ideas. Just it's fun for me. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I just kind of want to, give my opinion on AI again. I'm still with it. I think it's still cool, still good. They've not plugged me into the Matrix yet. So I don't know. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. I have a lot of conversations with people outside of this space, and they don't like it at all. And they've told me many times, and that's okay. They don't need you. But for me, this 50-year-old man, I need all the advantages I can get. So anyways, this concludes the podcast. And until next time, we'll see. Accept good advice gracefully, as long as it doesn't interfere with what you intended to do in the first place. Gene Brown. Until next time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks.